girl Sammy Social.
And it's your boy Jay So.
And we are in the middle ENT Unfiltered.
Two black kids in LA. So today we will be doing a unfiltered version, life update of our business and what's going on with us. Today we are with Lyrica, aka Makeup Theory. She's behind the camera, and we're gonna get this done for y'all.
Yeah, we have not vlogged, fully
Vlogged,
like
an episode,
in months.
We've been years. Months, yeah.
In a few months. So we're just gonna catch up and answer some questions that a lot of people have been asking us. So we got it.
Here we go. Okay, so the first question is, why did Sammy and I decide to work together?
That's my favorite question.
It is, because the story just goes back. Okay, so do you want the long version? I'm talking about when I was by myself.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to start there?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, so in 2016, I came up with this. I've always wanted to do creative entertainment, get back to the community type, and anything to promote the arts. So 2016, I came up with Art for the Soul, and it was like a nonprofit, and it was since J Soul, Art for the Soul. Keep you right here, you feel me? And I decided to have an event with artists, dancers, rappers, poets, like the whole nine. And I just reached out to people I knew, and I said, hey, you want to do this event? I'm doing this event. And it would be significant to me because it was the same day as the Beyonce concert that I got invited to, and I didn't get to go because I was hosting my event that day. So fast forward 18. So a whole 2 years go by. I did the event, I did something else, and then it wasn't like another event, I just wrote a book. And then I met Sammy. We ended up working at the same job.
Yes. Super random.
Right? It was super random, right?
Yeah. So I had the job that we met at that point 3 years. So I'm going on 3 years there. So 3 years, and then
Oh, it was a year because I was working at the high school.
But we hadn't met yet.
Yeah.
We were different locations.
Yeah.
So we met, and he, was the new kid on the block. I wasn't a fan of him, TBH, because...
That's a whole lie, y'all.
No, not like that. I just wasn't a fan because I don't like new people. And so, and then we were the only two people of color, too, so everyone kept asking me, did I know you? And I was like, I haven't even met this man.
I promise
Sorry
you,
to say, I don't know this man.
Right. We worked together, and we never saw each other until the day we had a conversation about our likes.
Yeah, literally it was just we finally had a full conversation, and they were like, oh, we like doing the same thing.
You just randomly walked over to me.
Yeah, because I was tired of people asking me, did I know him? And I was like, okay, B, what's your name? What's going on? Let's talk. And so we had a conversation while we were working, and then we were just like, oh, we like doing the same thing, we have the same likes, and then months had gone by. Yeah, I was in school to be a teacher, and it was completely different from obviously what we do now.
Right.
And now we have in the middle ENT, and so a month later we had a meeting.
No, it was November, right?
No, it was Christmas break.
No, I'm saying it was November.
Oh yeah, it was November when we had officially met and had a conversation.
Yeah, on the playground.
Yes, and then a month later in December we had a meeting at Simply Wholesome, and then that day we were just we're gonna make a company together. It was super just but we've been yin and yang for a year and a half.
Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah.
How did we come up with In the Middle Entertainment, and why? Okay, so we were sitting there at Simply Wholesome, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
And we were just sitting there. I was telling her I live right up in here and on Slauson, and she was telling me that she lived near Compton, and then I was just we're in the middle of LA. Literally.
It's literally just has to do with location.
That was it.
What our name means.
So that's why if you look at our logo, it's the mountains and the palm trees.
And then it says
instead of saying Hollywood,
it says
Slauson because that is
that's. And
right
that seems to be where we congregate.
Yeah, and people know that the most, and that's where we kind of meet up all the time. So it's and we want to represent the black people and the black culture.
Yeah.
So instead of putting Hollywood, the Hollywood sign, we put a Slauson sign.
And that's where it was. So it just
What's better than two black kids in LA?
Yeah, and that's been our slogan. Right now it's going to be two amazing entrepreneurs of LA. Black entrepreneurs of LA. We're going to have to adjust it. But in the middle, it just has to do with location, literally. But now it's turning into like we're just in the middle of like anything entertainment because that's just what we
entertainment, life, business,
fell into. All the things.
Yeah, personal and business. It's just like we're in the middle of everything. We're
many things.
Evolving.
Growth.
Yeah.
Okay, so the very first event that Jay and I did together, we went to an open mic in Compton. We had been getting invited out to this event for like several weeks, but we were just never able to make it out. And we finally were like, okay, let's go. And we went, and I remember I looked at Jay, because it was a dope event. It was very, very intimate. All the performers were great, the poets, and it was just a really cool vibe.
It was right before our actual event.
Yeah, it was right before our actual first Grown and Sexy launch party. And I remember looking at Jay and being like, we can do this. And it was just, the energy was great. Yeah. And it was just, we just went from there. It wasn't like I don't know, I wasn't expecting for us to expand as much as we have in the past year. I was just like something small like this I know we can do. And obviously over the past year we've been doing things on a larger scale. And multiple, and like different things. But yeah, that was it. Peace of mind. Shout out to Peace of Mind.
Shout out to
they
y'all.
did that. Other than Jalen trying to get me to flash my titties all the time.
Y'all, she's constantly trying to play me. That's one thing we bump heads on. Trying to play me all the time. That's not very true. But bumping heads.
I don't know.
A lot of times we're thinking the same stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
So it's not. Maybe. I think maybe a date, maybe on like something where we should do something like.
Oh, okay. That's
the amount of timing.
Timing is our biggest thing.
Yeah.
He is so quick to like do everything, which is great, and I think that's why we're so cool. Mm-hmm. And so sometimes I just be like, yo, you gotta slow down, and that's completely fine. And then sometimes he'd be telling me like, no, you need to speed up. So it's just like depending on what we're talking about. But that's probably the biggest thing. And also he wants me to flash my titties all the time, and that's
saying that. Oh my god.
No, not like that. Just because.
Oh yeah. Okay, I get what she's saying. I want her to pop out.
Yeah, she
wants to cover up. Yes. Like, look at her. She's a black queen. Like, she needs to pop out. Cause we already pop out. Sorry, I mean humbly. But I want her to pop out more, and she's like covering up, and I'd be like, no, really show the world what you got.
Like, flash, and I'm like, no,
hint, Vivacious and Vulgar coming soon.
But yeah, other than that, we don't clash too much because we're literally oddly connected.
Yeah. Even right now, I got dressed and then I got to the car and she had this on, and
it's the same. Didn't even talk to the nigga today. But yes, that's what it is.
Yeah. It's your boy J Soul.
It's your girl Sammy Social.
And we just want to say thank you for watching and tuning in to In the Middle Unfiltered.
Yes, thank y'all for keeping up with us, all the support, all the likes, all the networking experiences we've had.
The support is crazy. Anything we've been doing the last couple months, we really appreciate it. I don't know if this is going to be the first or the last episode of this, but here's just a life update of what's going on. So really stay tuned because we have things we really can't talk about.
Yes. So keep up with us, follow both of us, and In the Middle ENT, obviously. Subscribe to our channel, and we will be back at some point.
Yes. At some point.
Yes, so y'all keep up. Cheers.